Hello and thank you so much for joining us on this week's episode of the program. It's Lens on Maritime, where we'll bring to you the very best of the happenings in the maritime sector. My name is Brownson Unwana, your host. On the show this week, we'll take a very quick break. We'll be back with the details and much more. Don't go away.
Let's take away the stress of worrying about clearing documentation of you.
Our innovative technology provides real-time visibility of your cargo any time of the day.
Here at Maritime Agencies Nigeria Limited, we deliver your cargo fast, in good condition, at a very competitive rate anywhere in the world.
You have heard it all. At Maritime Agencies Limited, we offer the best of customer services, freight forwarding and logistics, warehousing, packaging, palletization service, consultation on import and export. Reach out to us today. Maritime Agencies Limited, 2nd floor of Ofimo House, Plot 6 Oshodi Expressway, Sunrise Bus Stop, Apapa, Lagos. Or you can call us on 091-616-78740 or send us an email on maritimeagencies@gmail.com. Maritime Agencies, your one-stop shop from clearance to delivery.
Welcome back, but first let's give you stories trending in the maritime sector at this time, and the paper in focus of the program today is Money Management Series Plus, MMS Plus, and joining me to discuss some of the stories on this paper this week is Kenneth Jupo. He's an editor of MMS Plus. Kenneth, good to have you on the program.
Good to meet you, good to meet you. It's a great opportunity and privilege to be with you. I'm happy to be here.
All right, I'm very glad to have you as well, Kenneth. Now, lots of stories making the headlines. I mean, it's a maritime show. We are just going to cautiously avoid some political stories right here. But let's look at some stakeholders tell different tales. That has to do with 19 missing container. Now, some 2 weeks ago, thereabouts, we were at Clarion Terminal, where the story broke, even though Clarion Terminal did not really address pressmen, but 19 container missing, that's quite a lot.
It is really, and there are lots of interesting angles. You know, initially on that day they didn't speak, but after subsequent meetings they've been able to explain their side of the story, which even raises more questions than answers. You know, they are saying that they paid some money to customs during the period when their licenses were their license was closed. They paid over 100 million as monies for unpaid assessments that their agents should have paid. You know, so there are lots of controversies. Customs saying it's a scam, it's not true. The controller at Tinkan has said they've reopened an inquiry onto how that investigation was done before, but how was it concluded? What happened? So we are expecting more feedback on that. All right, of course, let's see how well that goes, because on our own part here we have lots of questions we think the Tinkan chapter of customs also need to respond to. But of course, we'll get to we'll send our letters to Tinkan as well, and then demand some responses as far as the 19 missing container is concerned. Now, some of the stories making the headlines again in MMS Plus. Japan donates $2.4 million to support Deep Blue project. This is quite huge. Yeah, I agree with you. It's very interesting. We know in the maritime sector, one of the biggest challenges is the security challenge. Yes. And then we have the Deep Blue project, which has been the biggest thing since 2019 or 2020. And then I think last year the president actually launched that project, and we are expecting that with this project piracy will go down drastically. The challenge of insurance on Nigerian cargoes or cargoes destined to Nigeria will go down. And now what we are seeing foreign countries donate as to support what Nigeria is doing with the Deep Blue project. So it's actually very interesting. And we also hear that the rate of piracy has dropped drastically with the introduction of the Deep Blue project. At this point, we must give kudos to NIMASA for that project, because I mean, as it says, if our waterways is safe, it will encourage more investment in the country. Now let's move on and tell you that
traffic or gridlock in Apapa will soon be a thing of the past as MPA to establish 10 export promotion terminals. I mean, when I saw the story, I was very excited because I think this is what we should have done years back, but better late than never.
Than never. You're right. You're really right. Something that we should have done, something that should be in our plan as we plan for ports, but as you are very right. It's better we have it now than never have it.
Yeah.
So we are looking at exports. We are looking at an economy that needs, our forex issues, forex challenge in the country. We have the naira falling against the dollar because we are not exporting anything, we are always importing. But now if we can have exports, we need to have an environment that promotes export, and we need to have export promotion terminals, which is what MP is trying to do. So in the near future, we want to see a system where people can export vegetables, agro produce. It will be very easy with these export promotion terminals. So it's actually a very good one, and then we can say kudos to MPA. But of course, maybe we should not praise them too early. Let's see how this
happen first.
How it comes up and how it actually functions.
All right, of course, Kenneth Jupo, time will not permit us to look at some more stories, but I must thank you for availing us with your time on the program today.
It's really been an inspiring time. Thank you very much.
All right, of course, we were talking to the editor, MMS Plus. You can grab the newspaper. It's a daily publication, and of course, if you want to understand everything about Maritime, understand how we say it right here, first of all, watch Lens on Maritime every Saturday, and of course, grab a copy of MMM Plus. Now, it was a big day in Tinkan Highland as 8 containers fully loaded with cutlasses were intercepted by the command. This report tells us more. The Tinkan Highland Command of the Nigerian Customs Service (NCS) redrailed Act on smugglers and vowed to bring anyone found wanting to book after it intercepted 145 kilograms of Colorado, 206,000 pieces of machete without end-user certificate, and other prohibited items with the duty-paid value on 1.4 billion naira. The controller of the command, Olakunle Oloyede, while addressing journalists, says Tinkan Command will fish out the importers of this item no matter how long it takes. The command also announced 135.44 billion naira as revenue generated in the first quarter of the year.
I would always want to prosecute so that it will serve as a deterrent. I am not in support of abandoned seizure. I will look for these people. But I will look for it, I will not tell the press. Because after some time they will feel all is well. Then I'll start my investigation. Because I am also an image analyst. So that is the luck they have here. I'm a computer person. I'm an image analyst. And once I see it on my system, that there's because the image is about 13 lines and density. Once the density is together, then there's no reason to stop your consignment. Then once the line reveals that you have in a car and you have concealed it, then you have to position for examination. That is when you begin to have delays. Then you have to spend more. I'm so lucky the Federal Ministry of Finance was magnanimous to give us 3 scanners, one in Tinkania at TCIT, one in Apapa, but the Apapa scanner is still here. They are looking for how to create space, and also one in One. With this, and as soon as we start e-customs, we are going to have a lot of scanners deployed because this is a 20-year project, and we are expected to deploy over 100 scanners to different points and ports, including land borders. So with scanners, which is part of what I call disruptive technology, we will be able to aid trade facilitation.
Now, reaction has continued to trail the reintroduction, or will I say the jacking up of national automobile levy from 2% to 15%. Now, freight forwarders, while speaking with us, says this will definitely harm the nation's economy. Reaction has continued to trail the 15% National Automotive Council NAC levy on all vehicles imported into the country through the seaports. NAC had in 2021 proposed 35% duty differential between imported fully built units and locally assembled cars. The proposal reportedly failed later. But years after the introduction of the levy, the Nigerian Customs Service introduced 15% NAC levy on used imported vehicles. Some freight forwarders who spoke to us questioned the timing of the 15% NAC levy.
We are in a country that when you are making policy, you don't come down to where that policy breakage will continue or we stop. You just stay on the surface to do policy. By the time you are doing policy, you don't even carry those that the policy is to be made for along. That is what I have seen. For example, you see some countries in the world today, it's just after their own country, how their own country will be better. But here, Nigeria always go after all other countries by getting advice. When they travel, they will just get one advice. Some will come and visit them. They will not know is that a disadvantageousness they are trying to bring in. They will buy the idea without knowing the infrastructure base of your place, how far have you made it, the energy, and so on and so forth. So you put on a policy, you don't look at the policy you have put in place, you don't know about the cumulative measure or the parameter of the policies you are embarking on. At the end, the whole thing is...
the newly released ECOWAS tariff, to me, is not the right time for the federal government of Nigeria to implement, in the sense that we have a lot of challenges already in the country. Coming from, would I call it post-COVID time, we are still battling with COVID, so to say, of which a lot of jobs are lost. And bringing in another harsh policy will definitely not go well to the Nigerian populace, because of the practitioners that the practitioners in the industry. So automatically, the common external tariff that the government introduced now, I don't think is the right thing to do.
The freight forwarders also warned that policies like this will kill the nation's economy, with the masses at the receiving end.
Remember, we tried to fight the VIN, and we were able to, actualize part of it. With this now, this is even more than that VIN, because when you are taking up the value of like ×2 of what we are paying before, and right now you are imputing that 15% again, when you must have jacked up the value. So I think the common man we look for option other than to leave this country, because people that do buy Uber, like all those Corolla and all that, if you hear the prices of those vehicles now, in fact, I don't know what the common man will need to do right now.
Now, joining us to throw more light on the NAC levy is the founder of NAGAF, Dr. Boniface Anebunam. Welcome back. Now, reaction has continued to generate the NAC 15% by, of course, one say Federal Ministry of Finance and implemented by Nigerian Customs Service. On the other side, freight forwarders are, on the brink of embarking on another strike, and of course most stakeholders have said that this is not good. On the other part, most people have criticized Customs for not bringing stakeholders together, before this policy was being implemented. And of course, joining us at this time is the founder of NAGAF, Dr. Boniface Anebunam, with his rich experience, will be sharing his thoughts about this new custom policy with us right now. Dr. Boniface, thank you so much for joining us on the program again today.
Yeah, thank you.
Maritime world, let's say freight forwarders, were shocked by the newly introduced, now people are not talking about the 20% duty for imported vehicle. The attention has now moved to the NAC 15% imposed on the vehicle. What's your reaction to this?
National automotive car sold fees, it's not new now. What government have done is to increase it. So what's the problem? Are we quarreling with that because of the increase, or that it should not exist at all?
Now, what that means is that the overall percentage is now 35%.
Government seem not to listen most time. This country do not have a developed transport system. Therefore, transport become a necessity.
not luxury. And transport is the base of any economy because it has to enhance movement. So if you are increasing rates, you must take cognizance of the operating environment, the level of economic hardship in our country. Now, the first thing I want to discuss or try to look at is this National Automotive Council fee is as old as over 30 or 40 years at 2% of FOB value. What have we done with the money? The essence of that 2% NAC fee is to power local manufacture of vehicles and create other capacities that will enhance transportation. As regards the rate of duty, the 20% and then 15% for used vehicle, 20% for brand new vehicles. NAGAV, which I represent, we have since advised governments the essence of transportation, matters revolving around smuggling of these vehicles into the country through unapproved routes. We have advised. We have said very simple thing to do. The first law of God is choice. You must make your choice. The first thing also that we need to avoid is making Nigeria a dumping ground.
Okay.
Now, the age limits on used vehicles that should come into the country is uncalled for, because those overaged vehicles are coming in. And what did we say? And what did we advise? The older a vehicle is, the higher rate of duty.
Okay.
The newer a vehicle is, at the time of importation, the less rate of duty. Now, it is open. The first thing I'm going to achieve is that if you bring in a very old vehicle, you're going to pay a very high rate of duty, and you will not want to do that. We should also see that we have stopped making Nigeria a dumping ground. The truth again is that the spare parts for these vehicles, yes, they can be fabricated, some of them, but majority you cannot. Okay. So if you buy a very old vehicle, you still need to import the parts to repair them. We're spending another money. If we get in a newer vehicle, it will take you 3, 4, 5 years before you can begin to make all this maintenance, all this, replacements in terms of parts or one-off parts. You can only just go by way of servicing. Nobody's listening.
Also, there's also allegation that customs did not carry stakeholders along before implementing this policy. Prior to this time, when we went for the stakeholders forum meeting somewhere at Ikeja, where customs met with stakeholders, they promised that before any further policy will come in, stakeholders would be involved, but it sees like that was not followed in this case.
And speak to freight forwarders in a Papa Port, and you go home and say you have informed them. What have you done? You've done nothing. It's like a drop in an ocean. What customs should do is to go to the headquarters of these organizations like NAGAF, ANARCA, at least these two major organizations. When you drop information there, it spreads because they're all over the entry points of Nigeria. It's as simple as that. Do you need any person to tell you? Custom have always stayed in that high horse. That's true. I'm at this custom officer, and I tried to let them know. I remember the time CGC conference in Castilla some years ago. And the term was that communication is a tool for trade facilitation.
Yeah.
That was a conversation. That was a major topic. So you can unbundle that. But here again, it might have its own problem. Because I remember, before the present population of the customs and all that, most of them complain about logistics. They may want to do that, but do they have the money? So that is an internal problem, which CG should be able to address.
As founder of NAGAF and as a veteran in the industry, what's your advice to these young freight forwarders?
Yeah, but the young freight forwarders, you say there were some kind of movement.
Yeah, they
want to withdraw their services because of the increase in NAC.
Yes.
What is the meaning? If the government have increased NAC, is it enough for them to threaten to withdraw their services? Are they importers? It doesn't make sense to me, and I don't think NAGAF can be part of that. If we have any reason to advise government in that regard, we should do that and follow the process. Customs do not make policy in the first instance. They implement policies of the government.
All right, thank you very much. We've been talking to the national president of New Nigerian People's Party, and of course...
No. I am the spiritual leader of the New Nigeria People's Party. I am the chairman board of trustee of the New Nigeria People's Party. I am the founder of the New Nigeria People's Party.
Thank you very much for the correction,
at the moment now. Yeah, thank you.
The founder of New Nigerian People's Party, and of course we'll bring you some more information as election draw closer. Let's take a very quick break. When we come back, more stories to come. Don't go away. The Director General of Standard Organization of Nigeria, Son Farouk Salim, berates the state of Nigerian economy, saying importation of substandard product is doing more harm than good to Nigeria's economy. Salim, while addressing stakeholders in the forum to sensitize importers, manufacturers and other stakeholders on the need to comply with government standards procedure, said apart from the substandard product killing the nation's economy, it could have direct impact on individual families.
Some of you, not all of you, go through issues of buying products that either deliberately or undeliberately are substandard into the country, and for you to find out those products are not acceptable in the country. I know how painful it is, for we have to destroy them or we have to delay you to make those products better. The point of this gathering is to make sure that we try to sensitize each other on what we look out for. When we take products that are substandard, we are not doing it to spoil anybody's business. We are doing it to protect your business and protect the people you are bringing the products to. In other climes, when you buy a product and sell it to a public, and the public gets injured or they didn't get satisfaction from their product, you get sued. When you get sued, you lose a lot of money. Sometimes they take you to jail. In Nigeria, we have not developed to that level. We have the laws, but we have not developed to the level where if somebody go buy substandard cable, sell it to Nigerians, and then Nigerians build houses with it, and then the fire comes because of those cables, and a whole family perishes and die. Nobody tracks down who was the importer of that product, and then arrest that person and charge him with manslaughter.
Presenting his paper at the event, National President, National Association of Government Approved Freight Forwarders, NAGAF, Tochukwu Ezisi, represented by his Chief of Staff, Emmanuel Agubanze, highlights the importance of freight facilitation, while Kayode Farintor, the National Vice President of Association of Nigerian Licensed Customs Agents, ANALCA, called on government to reinstate SON back to the port, but cautioned the DG to reorientate its personnel.
Therefore, trade facilitation is not to eliminate legitimate government control and intervention. No. Some people will say You are just like my brother said, you have a container, you have not complied, you have not declared truthfully, and you say, please, just do it because of trade. No, nobody will do it because of trade facilitation. The government is there to regulate and to control. Like SON, you cannot bring substandard goods, fake goods into this country and you begin to shout trade facilitation. No. Trade facilitation does not limit or remove their control in the system.
If someone is returned back to the seaport and you are now part of the cargo clearance, any consignment that fails standard, all someone needs to do is to escort that container to the consignee's warehouses, seal the place, pending when examination is conducted. Then, if it fails the test, it can be destroyed. And if it passes, then you can allow it to be sold in the market. But there are procedures, seem to be cumbersome. Perhaps this is also another factor that is discouraging importers from one to the non-conformist.
At International Supply Chain Systems Limited, ISCS, we provide our clients with customized import-export services to meet their unique needs.
We understand that timeliness is key to saving you from demurrage.
Our services include cargo clearing and consolidation shipping, cargo warehousing and storage, general import and consultancy.
That's why we have a team of professionals to assist you with proper paperwork for efficient customs clearing.
Come talk to us at 7A Bikunle Akintoye Street, Apapa, Lagos. You can call us on 081-622-71120, 081-276-33510, or you can send us an email info@iscsltd.com or visit our website www.iscsltd.com. ISCS, more than logistics.
Let's take away the stress of worrying about clear documentation of you.
Our innovative technology provides real-time visibility of your cargo any time of the day.
Here at Emerald Agencies Nigeria Limited, we deliver your cargo fast, in good condition, at a very competitive rate anywhere in the world.
You have heard it all. At Emerald Agencies Limited, we offer the best of custom services, freight forwarding and logistics, warehousing, packaging, palletization service, consultation on import and export. Reach out to us today. Emerald Agencies Limited, 2nd floor Ofimo House, Plot 6 Oshodi Expressway, Sunrise Bus Stop, Apapa, Lagos. Or you can call us on 091-616-78740 or send us an email on emeraldagencies@gmail.com. Emerald Agencies, your one-stop shop from clearance to delivery.
All right, with that is a wrap on our program today. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Now, don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms currently displaying on your screen right now. Now, if you have any events in the maritime sector you want to feature on Lens on Maritime, of course, call us on 080-322-66692. You can also send us a WhatsApp message. Also, go to our YouTube channel, Nigeria Maritime TV, watch our previous content, and of course, don't forget to subscribe. My name is Brownson Unwana. On behalf of the production crew, thank you so much for watching, and happy Easter to you.